The blockade began on November 6th when Polish truckers parked their vehicles up at checkpoints and freight ports on the border with Ukraine, demanding the EU to restore permits limiting transit for Ukrainian truckers, claiming the special treatment to Ukrainians is killing their business. Tomek Borkowski, a Polish trucker and one of the blockade organizers, shared some of their grievances. Before the outbreak of the war, Polish companies had a 40% share in the transport market to Ukraine. After the outbreak of the war, at this point it's only about 5%. We were pushed out of this market completely by Ukrainian companies, and that is why we want to return to permits, so that we can continue to have equal conditions. Brussels did not realize the consequences of its actions. At the very beginning, even as supportive as I am of Ukraine in its fight against Russia, but unfortunately, they should have predicted the consequences that resulted from the lack of permits here. Currently, 4 out of the 8 border crossings between Poland and Ukraine are under blockade, and protesters say they will remain there until their demands are met. With only a few trucks being allowed to go through every hour, some Ukrainian drivers are reportedly having to wait for up to 2 weeks to enter Poland, while those going in the other direction say they have no idea when they will be able to cross. We have a war in Ukraine going on, and we are transporting a lot of cargo that is very important at this time for Ukraine. I don't understand why we have been treated that way. If they don't let me through, the fish I am carrying will get spoiled. No one will want it then. Who will I have to write off the losses? Who is going to pay for this? Who will be responsible for this? We have guys here with fish and bananas standing around here for 5 days. No one is moving. This is very bad. At the center of the dispute is the fact that Ukrainian drivers don't have to adhere to EU rules on issues like pay and hours worked, which means Ukrainian haulage firms can massively undercut Polish companies. While many are open to the idea of Ukraine joining the European Union, they insist that it must abide by the rules to ensure a level playing field.
So we think it's our both interest to have Ukraine in European Union, but still we believe in the European Union as a union of equal rights and equal obligation. So you cannot not have all the benefits without having the obligation.